You're listening to the Hockey Talk Podcast with Daniel Mola.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hockey Talk Podcast. I'm Daniel Mola, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. But before we get to that, this podcast is sponsored by F45 and F45 in Port Moody. I want to give them a big thank you for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you so much. F45 is a gym where you can go and work out and for 45 minutes, and it's a great workout. And they have a bunch of little classes and sessions and everything, a bunch of different little classes and sessions and everything that you can try out and everything. And it's a great workout for 45 minutes, and it's worth it. So yeah, thank you once again for F45 for sponsoring this podcast episode. And yeah, so it's in Port Moody, and I'll leave the website down in the description below, as well as their Instagram page as well, so you can go check out that 45 in Port Moody, and sign up today. If you sign up today, you get a free trial for 1 week. And that's about it for the sponsor. So yeah, thank you once again at 45 for doing that. I appreciate it, and so today. What we're going to be talking about is expedition games, and also my predictions. I'm gonna recreate my predictions again, or redo my prediction again for the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. Because judging by the expedition games, there's some potential in these teams I see. That's for sure. That I didn't see before, like Chicago and New York and Winnipeg and Toronto even. That's what we're going to talk about today, and also we're going to talk about the Canucks as well. And it's going to be a short podcast again today. So we're going to start off with expedition games, and so far I've been watching all of them. They're great. They're good. Good to see that hockey's back once again. I'm sure all you are happy about that too. And yeah, so I watched basically all of them, and I gotta say, I'm surprised for the first time back in 2 to 4 months or whatever. The teams are looking pretty good, including Rangers, Chicago, Calgary, Edmonton. Edmonton's power play is unbelievable. Like Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. I was watching them play against the Flames, Battle of Alberta in the expedition game, and wow, those two, they have good chemistry between each other, and they can pass the puck in like a split second and make a play, like just create a play just like that in no time. And then of course, obviously Connor McDavid is usually the one finishing off the play with a goal. And yeah, but watching those two play, are like, wow, good hockey players there, that's for sure. Edmonton Oilers are doing good, and I also watched the Toronto and Montreal game. Toronto Montreal game. I mean, Montreal did lose. I was kind of hoping Montreal would win that game, because I'm not a big Toronto fan, unfortunately. Sorry for all the Toronto fans who are watching this. Not really big on the Toronto Maple Leafs fan, but I'm not a really big Toronto Maple Leafs fan. But they did good. I give them credit. The Toronto Maple Leafs did do good. They won the game. Montreal. It still seems to me that they are still playing the way they played back during the regular season or whatever, and hopefully they step it up for the playoffs, because hopefully they do well. But yeah, and then I was saving this for last because I don't want to be a rant or whatever, but the Canucks and the Jets. Now I understand that the Jets have a really good player. They got Shifley. They got that new player Pionk, I think his name is, and Lining and all those players, and they're pretty good, players. And unfortunately, the Canucks couldn't handle them, and they won, and Winnipeg won the game last night. Last night, And what can I say? I mean, I wanted to see the Canucks do better than that. Coach Travis Green did say after that he was in the Twitter post on Canucks Twitter. He said that he was happy with the Canucks play in the first and second period, a little bit in the second, actually, like halfway through the second. But then they started to lose their feet or whatever and lose their confidence, kind of in the mid-second period and all the way to the end of the game, basically end of the third there, end of the game. So not a really good game last night. I mean, they good. The good thing is that the Canucks maybe this is something that will fuel the Canucks, right? Like a loss and everything. Even Minnesota lost the other night, last night as well. So I mean, you're gonna get two good young teams going in it, and on Sunday, Minnesota and Vancouver, and if they and they're mad because they lost their expedition game, but I'm actually excited for the next game because I think those two teams that are mad are gonna try to do their best to win, and hopefully the Canucks will win. Hopefully the Canucks will win. So the Canucks, they're fully healthy. Markstrom looks solid in net as usual. Just he keeps the team in there most of the time. So I mean the Canucks just need to get a little bit more better on defense. I think they were leaving a lot of dark blue shirts in front of the net there with no defense at all, and I wasn't quite happy about that. Hopefully they tighten up on defense a little bit, and their offense had good looks. They had good looks. They definitely did have good looks. They couldn't put one past Hellebuyck, however, until late in the third there. However, Hellebuyck played outstanding, obviously, and also. A goalie is on his game when you have to actually push the goalie into the net to get the puck going into the net. Well, if it's that hard to put the puck in the net, you actually have to push the goalie into the net to get the goal. The goalie had been outstanding all night. So that's basically it. Hopefully the Canucks do better and everything, and hopefully they beat the qualification round. They win in the qualification round and move in qualification round move forward. And so to get to my predictions, the last thing we'll be talking about today. I still think that honestly, there are a lot of. I know I said this back in episode one basically. I said this. There are a lot of underdogs team coming into this, like Chicago, New York, Rangers, Arizona, Nashville Predators. There are a lot of teams, underdog teams, that are going into this, and honestly, Minnesota too. And honestly, if they step it up or pump it up a little bit, they have a good potential of winning Stanley Cup this year, I think. All those teams. But if you had to ask me which team do I think is going to win the Stanley Cup this year, it's tough. It's tough, yo. It is tough. Huh. But if I had to pick, I think it would be. It's actually a tough question, actually. It'd probably be. I'm not going to say the Canucks because I don't think they're going to win the Stanley Cup. But hey, sometimes surprises happen. So I don't know. You never know, right? Maybe the Canucks will actually win the Stanley Cup this year. That'd be funny, but and exciting at the same time. But anyways, you never know. Maybe the Canucks will actually win the Stanley Cup this year. But I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, I think they're gonna win the Stanley Cup this year. But yeah. Anyways, I think is going to win the Stanley Cup this year. However, is going to be it's tough. Maybe, honestly, I think it's either going to be, Pittsburgh coming up on top again. Montreal, I don't know if they have a chance against Pittsburgh in the first round or qualification round, that is. But yeah, I think that pardon me. I think that Oilers are gonna Penguins are gonna win the Stanley Cup this year. But I think it's gonna be Oilers and the Penguins in the final. I think so. And that's my prediction. That's just my prediction, in my opinion, or whatever. My prediction. Yeah. I think the Edmonton Oilers and the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be in the Stanley Cup final this year. That would be good at least, because at least we have a Canadian team in the Stanley Cup for once. For in a very long time there. It's been a very long time since we had a Canadian team in the Stanley Cup final. Last one was Vancouver in 2010. Or 2011, pardon me, 2011. But yeah, I think it's going to be Pittsburgh and Edmonton in the Stanley Cup finals this year. Who I think is going to win? Probably Pittsburgh. Because, you got Crosby, Malkin, and all those players on that team. They're really good players. And that's basically it for today. So Pittsburgh's my prediction of winning the Stanley Cup this year. That's my prediction. But my prediction is that Pittsburgh's going to win the Stanley Cup this year. So we'll see what happens, I guess, right? We'll see what happens. So yeah, but go Canucks, go again. Big Canucks fan over here. So yeah, but I do think Pittsburgh's going to win the Stanley Cup this year, but still cheering on the Canucks, anyways. So yeah, go Canucks, go. So that's gonna do it for this podcast today. That's gonna do it for this podcast today, everybody. Just want to say thank you to F45 in Port Moody once again for sponsoring this podcast. Again, I'll leave the website and their website and the description, and their Instagram links in the description below. You can check out F45 in Port Moody and sign up to get a free week trial. If you sign up today, you get a free week. So thank you again at 45, and that would do it for today, everybody. See you later, everybody. Have a good one. See you next time. See you next time. And next time, actually, I'll probably be talking about next time I'll be on this. I'll be recording. I'll probably be talking about what happened in the qualification round and everything in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs this year. But so that's gonna do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see everybody next week. See everyone. Bye.